We're going to continue practicing breath as our anchor to bring us into the present moment. So we're going to be focusing our breath on the rhythm and the flow of each inhale and exhale, and that will serve as our anchor to the present moment, our anchor to drawing us back from when we find that our thoughts may wander, or maybe we get caught up in a sensation or emotion that we notice or feel, and it just coming back to that rhythm and flow and sensation of your breath. So I invite you, if you haven't already, to find that place that honors your body, that posture, simple seated, laying down, sitting in a chair, fetal position. What will help you be in a place that allows you to honor your body, but also to pay attention. So find that spot. And as you find that spot, I invite you to feel where your body is connecting with the floor, the chair, the bed, whatever you're on beneath you. Just feel the ground, feel the connection. Notice if it feels hard or soft. And maybe it's easy to notice the connection and how that feels. Maybe it feels challenging. I just invite you just to notice it, observe, be curious. If you notice something that feels hard, so at any point in this practice, if the posture isn't working for you, I invite you to take a different posture. As you notice any needs that arise, I invite you to meet them. And you can just be as you are, no performance. No need to do or perform or perfect, but just to be. Just to be here in this moment together. And then when you feel ready, just begin to move towards a space of stillness. Maybe that feels a little odd or not quite sure what that means. That's okay. It just means an intention of quieting yourself. Mind, body, spirit. And before we start with our anchor and go on to our anchor, I just invite you to notice, how are you showing up this morning in your body? How does your body feel? Maybe do a quick body scan on your own, starting from the top of your head down to your toes. Maybe you just feel the general sense of your body. Maybe something sticks out to you. Notice any tension, physical tension, soreness, pain, or the absence of those things. Notice the emotional space that you're in. What emotions are you coming to right with you this morning? Maybe it's just a heavy feeling. Maybe it's a light feeling. Maybe you notice a specific emotion that you can name. And just allow it to be there. Notice it. Befriend it. Maybe even notice where it's being held in your body, how it feels. But just allow yourself to be exactly where you're at. And begin to notice your mind, your mental space. Does it feel full? Does it feel racing? Does it feel calm, settled? cloudy. Maybe there's another word that describes your mind and your mental space, your thoughts. Just observe, notice, befriend. And just allow yourself to be exactly where you're at. Allow yourself to just be right here, right now. Maybe you notice there's a worry or a care on your mind or in your body, and that's okay. And just let it be there. You can pick it up later if you want to or need to. We've noticed the space that we've come this morning. No need to judge. No need to feel bad about where you're at. You just let it be as it is. Now, when you're ready, I invite you to turn your focus and attention towards your breath, your anchor. We're going to start with just noticing. We're not going to change or do anything with our breath, but I invite you just to notice the length and the depth of your breath. Feel the movement as you breathe. Notice where your body is moving. Notice if your breath feels sticky or smooth, short, easy, full, heavy, labored. Just notice. Allow it to be as it is. And as we begin to continue to focus on this breath, our anchor, I just invite you to explore, be curious. You know, there's no performance in how the breath should be. There's no need to force or perfect anything. I invite you just to feel the sensations of your breath. And when you feel ready, maybe just begin to slow down your breath a little bit. Begin to draw the breath into the lower spaces in your belly, feeling that expansion. Or maybe it feels challenging to do that, and you can just sip in your breath a little bit slower, a little bit longer, as best as you're able. And then as you exhale, I invite you maybe even to make your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. If a count helps you, I invite you to count to the inhale of 4 and exhale to the count of 5. If a count doesn't help you, then you can just let that go and go off a sensation of how it feels in your body. After you feel the rhythm of a count, I invite you to let the count go and to feel the rhythm. The count serves as a purpose, but it also isn't something we have to adhere to. Meet your needs. Be you. Explore your breath. And as you feel the rise and the fall of your chest cavity, of your rib cage, just allow yourself to just come into this present moment in space. And notice how you've been able to do that as you breathe, as you bring your attention and intention to breath. With every inhale, slow as best as you're able. With every exhale, nice slow. And you may find with every inhale, you may be able to draw it in a little deeper. I like to think of our ribs as an umbrella. So it's not just a front of our bodies moving out and back, but it's our whole rib cage umbrella out and our diaphragm dropping, and then umbrella comes back in as we exhale. So you can play with that, explore what that feels like. That may feel new and different. Moving the back part of your ribs, the side part. Maybe it feels challenging, and maybe that's not what you need this morning, and that's okay. But you have permission to explore your breath in this way. Again, there's no right or wrong here. The intention is to just have a slow inhale and a little bit longer and slow exhale. Feeling, maybe even listening to your breath as you breathe. And as you're breathing and connecting with your body, connecting with this present moment, you may notice some new sensations, maybe emotion that arises, muscle tension. Maybe it's something else you notice, and just allow it to be there. Allow it to come up and out if it needs to. Just come to this moment as best as you're able and just breathe. I find often when I connect to my breath, to my body, to the present moment, there can be a flood of emotion that I may not understand, but it just kind of comes up. And that's okay. It's the body releasing what it needs to release. And that may not be you, and that's okay too. As you inhale, I invite you just to receive that life, that need, and maybe it's trust. Maybe it's a trust in a higher power, in God. Maybe it's something else that you need this morning. And as you exhale, what is it that you need to release? And maybe it's a softening of your muscles, a releasing of any tension you're holding on to. Maybe it's a releasing of fear. But I invite you, as you breathe, that slow inhale and that slow and a little bit longer exhale, Just receive what you need in your breath, in your inhale, to release what you don't need. Receive the life and exhale, release the toxins. Just be as you are. I invite you just to notice what maybe has shifted in your body. In your emotions, in your mind and your thoughts. Just notice and observe what feels different, what feels the same. And when you're ready, you can come back to your natural breath. Open your eyes. And again, just continue just to notice what feels, how that felt, what that experience was like. Breathing. Noticing how our breath draws into the present moment, provided us as an anchor, connected us to our bodies, our emotions, our thoughts, our spirit.